All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Elliot Dick, and we are here with our makeup week. It's week number 4 for this Marvel Rivals team, and it is a great matchup. Both of these teams are rolling in undefeated. Vianney versus the Blue Devils, as the Blue Devils look to get a setup on Vianney's team. We'll check on Graviton's Groot being hard dove by Wolverine. That's Axolotl. And he's not going to be able to hang on, so we'll now have to switch over to 10 Chromes down on Spider-Man. He swings in, looking for some targets on that left side, but he's got to get out real quick. Can't do it. And he goes down. MRH continues to struggle with RHCat 52 now down. And they'll have to regroup here. Mission area initially claimed by Vianney. So you've already got a swap. We're swapping in Moon Knight for Spider-Man. This tank still way to position. Vianney now progresses to 20% on the first map of domination. Ironwood's wall set up. And the Blue Devils will look to push in here. Led by EarthCat 52 on the thing. He's matched up with Exemplar 1's thing as well for Vianney. Now looking for picks. He's trying to lead this team up front. Takes up some space. He's pushed as well with Valander's Mr. Fantastic. Now they'll battle each other. Good kill on Doctor Strange. That's a double now with Invisible Woman dead. Can he make it to triple? He's got great heals. It looks like the Blue Devils should be able to secure this one. And they will grab point here, only allowing 62% to be captured. Not great, but it was really only one team fight. Blue Devils just had to take a moment to regroup. They will now. Watching for any eyes, and looks like they're playing up in the corner. Great play from Moon Knight here, able to get some real nice damage in off this corner. Check in now. Big ultimate from EarthCat 52. And that is already 4 down for Vianney, now 5. That is huge for the Blue Devils to secure that team fight. Oh, Moon Knight just quickly dove there. He's not able to get out of there. So now they'll have to play down 1. And the opposing Gambit goes in for their ultimate. Wolverine, good dive on Serpent's Song. That'll take him down. Great ult here, but everybody is low. Did you get that ultimate off? Maybe. Valander trying to stall a point, just can't. And here comes the portal from Graviton. Portal's there. Everybody pops through now, led by Graviton Strange. Big pressure on Exemplar. Good shield. Gambit down. Moon Knight under huge pressure here. He goes down. This is a narrow one right now. Vianney looking to maybe secure this. No, they'll have to back off, and the Blue Devils secure the point now, getting to about 80%. Here comes the portal from behind. It's there. This will decide it. Invisible Woman ult as well as Doctor Strange ult. That's going to be a huge amount down already. The Blue Devils already used up their portal, and with 3 down, looks like Vianney's probably going to be able to secure this in a hard-fought match. No, Valander's able to touch there with the Mr. Fantastic. See how long he can hang on. Not too long. The thing charges in as fast as he can. Touch. Does it come? He'll be able to get there in time, it seems, as well as the rest of the Blue Devils. 10 Crumbs down does have his ultimate. Each team at 99%. It's whoever wins this team fight. Valander trying to hang on. It's a 6 against 1. He's trying his best, and he's knocked off. Vianney takes a extremely hard fought game number 1 of domination, but there's still 2 remaining, as we'll get a check in at the scoreboard. Pretty equally matched in terms of kills, damages, and assists. The aces of the team is Exemplar and Earthcat 52, each of them playing the thing. Interesting how well those two have done, as the Blue Devils will switch DPSs, as well as, yes, so now Valander swapped from Mr. Fantastic to Hela, and 10 Chromes down swapped from Spider-Man and Moon Knight to Phoenix. So we'll get ready for the start of this second match of domination for Game 1. Here comes the rollout led by Seraphim Song. Watching ultimates, it looks like Dr. Strange ult as well as possibly Gambit ult should be ready for this next fight, as both teams prepare, each looking to poke out. Taking some quick damage, taking him to go to off angle here. Now switching back to the front line, Earthcat 52 in that tank duel with the other thing, as well as Wolverine, who comes into ult. And it grabs 2 huge ultimates, and that's going to take out each and every one of the Blue Devils. But that's how it went last time, and the Blue Devils nearly won that one anyways. This is going to be a hard-fought match. Oh, Gambit ultimate. Will we see it used? Yes, it will be. And that's going to secure the entire team. Massive push in, led by Earthcat 52 on the thing. Gets 2, 3 down. Gambit has to return the other ult from Vianney, but that's not going to do too much. He goes down. Huge chase. And they're down. The Blue Devils secure point, only allowing 42% to Vianney. Now just waiting on any signs of the Tigers. And there they are, right there, right up the middle. Watching Valander, he does a great job here. Good moving shield, as they're playing very, very similar team comps to each other. The DPSs are a little switched, but other than that, both teams are exactly the same. We've got 2 down both tanks. Vianney's looking to take the point, and it looks like they should be able to. Earthcat 52 swaps from the thing to Emma Frost. Vianney's now over 50%. SMRH looking to push here. What can they find? Good damage in. Now swapping back to the DPSs. 10 Crumbs down, staying behind. Strange shield. Able to get some real great damage in. Good kill. Here comes the Hela ult. Well, so we'll watch from her perspective. Good kill there on Invisible Woman. Graviton takes out Gambit. This is huge. And the Blue Devils are going to be able to secure this fight. Vianney has 84%. The Blue Devils have just about half that now at 42%. But they should have this secured. Phoenix ult will be coming, as well as likely Dr. Strange ultimate. See if we ever see this Phoenix ult. Right side, in comes The Thing, combo ulting. Everybody hang on. Graviton cannot. And that is, again, just a massive loss. Graviton the only one remaining alive during that, and he was coming in from the spawn room anyways. Now in comes the portal. As well as Gambit's ultimate comes in. Invisible Woman uses her ultimate. Huge ultimate from Emma Frost. That's going to take out Gambit now, focusing towards the rest of the team. Heavy damage. That's going to take out the Thing. Now working on Mr. Fantastic, who is actively ulting. And he's down too. Vianney's got to make a huge regroup, but they have 99% of the capture. Blue Devils, though, rapidly closing the gap between the two teams' capture percentages. Turn comes down. Look at the snipe. He'll back off. In comes the portal. Strange ultimate, and it's countered by another one. The Blue Devils taking out 3. Graviton just not able to hang on, but it's close. Thing goes down, and that's going to be it. The Blue Devils take home a hard-fought set number 2 in game 1, and we'll head to the winner-take-all set 3 for the first of possibly 5. It's best of 5, first of 3. That's going to be game number 2. Ace still Earthcat 52 for the Blue Devils. Now Toast and Kof, I'm assuming that's coffee, has the ace as for Vianney. Also looking around, team leader in finals is Earthcat 52, who also leads in damage. Damage blocked. Damage healed is led by Ace Arlo. It's been pretty solid as the Blue Devils will get ready for set number 3 in game number 1. Each one has had both team hit 90%. As we get ready for set number 3 here, the Blue Devils will roll out the same lineup that they used at the end of last game. We'll have to see if Vianney makes any changes. They didn't make any changes after last game, but of course they took home that game. You wouldn't think you would need many. Here's Vianney's team. In comes Wolverine trying to pressure Emma Frost. Able to get out of it now. The Thing, it looks like he may be out of position here. And he is going to be absolutely rained on. Thing goes down as well as another. That is Gambit, so they're down a healer. Wolverine ult. Doesn't get any. 2 ultimates coming in for the Blue Devils. It's Fantastic and Invisible Woman's. Good kill on Dr. Strange, and it looks like the Blue Devils will be able to secure their first opening point of tonight's game. Blue Devils get ready to set up. So it looks like Valander does swap from Hella back to Mr. Fantastic as they start to play. Wolverine dives in, and he's pretty quickly taken out. The Thing goes for his ultimate. He's taken down as we'll swap back. Good play from Phoenix trying to get some targets down. They're continuing to hold. Emma Frost with a nice ult. Valander takes out 2. Ace Darlow takes down the Mr. Fantastic. And the Thing sent running back towards the spawn room where he is left. So now watching from the front, the Blue Devils have got a great deal, as well as 3 ultimates. The Blue Devils are absolutely rolling this one so far. The least close yet. Valander looks to be in some trouble. He's able to stay at full. Now he goes in, looking to take out the Rogue, who swapped from the Thing. Gets the kill, now working on Gambit. Is secured there, again by Valander. He's now on the double. Moore taken out. Unfortunately, he goes down along with Seraphim Song. We now swap to Earthcat 52, trying to pressure with the two tanks. Hawkeye in, but there's nobody to help him, at least for the moment. Now Rogue comes in. Not much on him. Here comes the ultimate from Doctor Strange. That's going to take down 4. Phoenix Ultimate soaring ahead. And that's no good. The Blue Devils easily secure the third and final set and take game number 1. As we'll get a look at your game MVP for game 1. The Blue Devils taking a 2-1 victory in round 1. Your MVP is Earthcat 52. Playing Emma Frost here. Let's get a look at his stats. Oh. Looks like we've got a mistake in the lobby setup, but we'll still take a look at Earthcat 52's stats. He leads the team in kills. He is tied with Valander and Ace Arlo in least amount of deaths. Leads the team in damage, as well as nearly led in damage blocked. The other leader for healing is going to be Ace Arlo, who goes for 25,000 healing. That's going to lead the match. Seraphim Song has 15,500. He also leads in assists. Looking at the SVP, it's Toast and Coffee, who goes 31 kills, 10 deaths, and 5 assists. He deals the most damage in this match with 20.3 thousand done and blocked 18.4 thousand. He does lead the match in with 18 final hits as well. Graviton leads the match in damage blocked as the rest of our significant statistics. So we will get ready for game number 2 here coming up in just a few moments. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back. We are now just moments away from game number 2. The Blue Devils took a hard-fought game 1 in domination. Vianney won the first set, then the Blue Devils won the second. Both of them, each team claimed 99%, but ultimately Vianney claimed 1% more in game 1. The Blue Devils claimed 1% more in game 2. But it didn't matter at all in game 3 as the Blue Devils shut out Vianney. And now they'll roll into game number 2, up by 1. We're watching EarthCat 52 as the Blue Devils have defense for this first round of convoy. Good push in from Rogue, played by Exemplis. They had a nice run earlier. Was the ace for the first set, but was not for the second and third, as the Blue Devils continued to take a great deal of damage. It's just a slugfest. One down for each team. Now that's a healer down for Vianney. They'll likely have to back out a little ways, but they do have the closer spawn room. Another good kill there from Valander on Axolotl, who's playing Blade this time. As we're watching 10 Chromes down get some nice damage in. He's played solid DPS so far. Let's check up at the front line. EarthCat 52 holding that bus. That's the convoy point. The aim of this is to push that bus as far as you can get on offense and hold it as close as you can on defense. Here comes Scarlet Witch's ult. Gets nobody, unfortunately. And she'll have to back out, find a little better positioning. Hawkeye looks to be in that room, taking some quick shots. Hawkeye's got a lot of power. Good kill there from Valander on Hawkeye. Good swap back. No one else down yet for Vianney. As now there's a kill from EarthCat 52 on Nighthound's Jeff the Landshark. So, again, Vianney has to back up here. They're down a healer. So, too, with the Blue Devils. They're going to have to play where they've got more cover right in this hallway. 4 ultimates ready for this Blue Devil team. Blade, however, is the first to use his. And the Blue Devils are down, too. They've got to get out, and they've got to get out quick. We'll watch Graviton now. Nearly the entire team down. 2 down. And that's going to make it 3. The Blue Devils a little bit broken up here. We'll see if they can regroup. As the Blue Devils get ready. Led by EarthCat 52 to charge in. And he sets it up. Moon Knight ult comes in. Great Emma Frost ult into the back line. Picks up 1. Picks up 2. And that's 4 down for Vianney. EarthCat 52 looking to make it fight. Rogue is trying to push that card up to the first checkpoint. She goes down. And the Blue Devils will be able to hold without Vianney taking the second point. As now they push in. There's a long way to go. Emma Frost dealing some great damage here. She backs up. There's nearly 30 seconds left for Vianney to try to push to this second checkpoint. Magneto ults. It's barely able to land. They have to stack so many ultimates. Scarlet Witch can't do anything. And it looks like Vianney's going to be able to push to this checkpoint. Gambit on the run. Can he win his one-on-one? He's just going to be able to back out. And Vianney will be able to make it to the first checkpoint. So they'll stay alive for now, but they've got significantly less time as the action continues. Now watching Graviton. He has his ultimate. The question is when and where will he use it? It's a massive AoE stun as they're under pressure from the Punisher as well as Moon Knight, which kind of splits up this team. It's a great ultimate. Good damage dealt, but Graviton low. In comes Punisher ult. The Blue Devils have to back up. They've got to respect Punisher ult. It's one of the strongest ultimates in the game. Huge Doctor Strange ultimate. That's going to take out Gambit, as well as he's now looking to pressure Magneto. There's 4 down for Vianney, now 5. And Toast and Coffee will have to easily back out. The Blue Devils hold with a team fight victory there. Now here comes Vianney. Look at how close the Blue Devils are playing to the spawn room, nearly right outside of it. The Blue Devils will have to back up. We now see Valander switch to Thor. He's going to use his ultimate right here on an ultimating Rogue. In comes Jeff ult. Who does it grab? Not sure. It does get Doctor Strange. Let's see who all goes down. Just Graviton. Earthcat 52, though, down as well to Axolotl's Punisher. 50 seconds left. That's a ways to go. If the Blue Devils can secure any team fight, there'll probably be 2. If the Blue Devils could secure it, they will have this win, only allowing 2 points. But that is a tall task. Gambit ultimate comes in. So too does Moon Knight ult. That's going to take out 3 already. Now 4, now 5. And Rogue has got to run away real quick. 20 seconds are left. Likely we're going to see a portal here from their Doctor Strange. As now everyone's got to regroup. Look at this. They're just body blocking. But they're able to get the portal off. It is absolute chaos on the point in overtime. And it is quite the battle we're seeing. Surfing Song trying to keep his team alive. Secures the assist. Gambit and Invisible Woman down. That's both healers. The Blue Devils should secure this. That's a great kill there. And that's the team. The Blue Devils only allow 2 to Vianney. And they will take it. Very good defense. Nearly didn't even let them get to checkpoint number 1. Unfortunately, just barely allowed it. But they're able to stuff them up in the second checkpoint. Let's get a stat check from that first round of Convoy. Right now, leading the team in kills is Earthcat 52, as well as 10 Chromes down. Leading in damage is 10 Chromes down. Damage blocked, led by Earthcat 50, led by Graviton, excuse me. And healing is led by Ace Arlo, who is the ace of this team. The ace for Vianney is Nighthound 2, who's rocking 10 kills, 5 deaths, and 11 assists. All right, now into the Blue Devils round of offense here. And everybody's just scattered about. Valander able to take down Exopolaris, so that puts the Blue Devils up 6-5. At least for the moment, they'll continue to push up here. Led by Earthcat 52. Good heals from Ace Darlow and Seraphim Song as we get a look at the damage from 10 Chromes down. And now switching over to Valander's Thor. The Blue Devils running this triple tank lineup very, very well. As here comes the opposing Moon Knight ult. It's going to take out 2 tanks, and it looks like it might be 3 here. No, Valander's able to hang on for the moment. And can he secure that kill on Moon Knight? No. Gets his power stolen by Rogue. The Blue Devils got to regroup quick here. Get the rest of their team up with them. There it is now. Graviton comes in. Vallander still doing work. He is once again stolen. Gambit ult is copied by Ace Darlow playing Loki. Loki with one of the most fun ults in the game. He gets to steal an opposing or friendly player's ultimate as well as becomes them for a short duration. And that is what led the Blue Devils to win this team fight here. The Blue Devils have been playing close. As we've got our eyes on the Vianney team. Now, there it is. Good damage in using that Ankh. And that's a kill on Invisible Woman from Graviton. Great kill. Star-Lord ult coming in along with Magneto's ultimate. Now, Invisible Woman's ult. That's 3 ultimates already. But the Blue Devils don't have enough support to stay around. Ace Darlow, the only one that was able to survive the team fight. Yeah, and he's only got 1 death. The healers have had some great survivability with them sharing 2 deaths in total, 1 apiece. Here comes the Gambit ultimate, and it secures all 5 teammates. The Blue Devils looking to push right past this checkpoint. Moon Knight goes down. Rogue now uses her ultimate. The Blue Devils still looking to take out. Pressure on Rocket Raccoon. He's taken down just as he got his ultimate up. It's extremely close. Blue Devils, though, they may not be able to secure this. They're going to have to back out a ways. Ace Darlow goes down. Vallander fighting valiantly on point. He's able to take out Magneto. Gets his double. Now a triple. A quad on point. And MRH is able to secure. They might be able to push past. No, good freeze from Luna Snow. They do swap supports, but that's a pentakill now. Vallander anchors this team up to the first checkpoint. And they've got about 125 meters to go before they will secure a victory in game number 2. Good pressure on Moon Knight, taken out by 10 Chromes down. That's Moon Knight on Moon Knight kill. Vallander secures another final. He's done excellent here. 2 kills already, and the Blue Devils continue to push up. You see that kind of translucent-ish blue marker. That is where the Blue Devils have to push the cart to. Thoro, wrong Norse God there. Comes in. Good kill there on Invisible Woman. Now, Vianney down to support. Oh, it looks like she was revived, though. Now, Vallander looking for a heals. It goes down, but not without grabbing a final hit. As now Gambit ult comes in. That's from Loki. Huge damage output there, as well as a good bit of healing. And that's going to allow the Blue Devils to push up a great ways. 1 down. Star-Lord ult coming in. Can he hang on for this Vianney team? Looks like they took some parts of point, but now in swings the Blue Devils back. They will take control. There, Rocket Raccoon for Vianney's got to back out. Magneto trying to get in. Can he get there in time? No. But there's still 2 on point now. Invisible Woman uses her ultimate on point as a last-ditch effort. Blue Devils close to having Gambit ult. In comes Moon Knight ult. Can it take anybody out? No. Gambit ult comes through. They've still got just that little room to push. Let's see if they can get it. Rogue ult comes in too. But now it's Emma Frost ult as well. Star-Lord goes down. The Blue Devils secure the point. And that should be it right there with only 5 meters to push. And Axolotl just can't make it in time. The Blue Devils secure game number 2 and now head up 2-0 in another pretty close match. But the Blue Devils secured that pretty handily. Ace Arlo comes home with the MVP. Let's get a look at his performance on the stat sheet. Ace Arlo goes in for 23 kills, 3 deaths, and a massive 43 assists. comes in with 9.2 thousand damage dealt, as well as a monstrous 37,500 damage healed. 10 Chromes Down leads the way along with Valander in terms of final hits. 10 Chromes Down leads in kills. Least amount of deaths goes to Seraphim's Song. Assists went to Ace Arlo. Damage dealt is Valander. Damage blocked is Graviton. As for Vianney, their SVP is Exemplaris with 20 kills, 9 deaths, 8 assists, 7 finals, 17,000 damage dealt, and 26,000 blocked, as well as 2.2 thousand healed. Their leader in healing is Lemgrow, led 2, who goes 6, 11, and 19 with 26.7 thousand damage healed, and no final hits. That is true Rocket Raccoon gameplay right there. He is an excellent healer, but not too much damage from that minigun. Nighthound 2, 6 finals for him. 10.3, nearly 10.4 thousand damage dealt, 11.8 blocked, and 22.5 damage healed. For them, the leader in damage blocked is going to be username 637 with 36.6, nearly 7,000. Blocked. Leader in damage dealt is going to be Toast and Coffee with nearly 26,000 damage dealt. And we already know your leader in healing. That's going to be Aced Arlo with 37,500. As we'll get ready for round number 3. Can the Blue Devils secure it in just 3 matches and hold their undefeated record? Or can Vianney stave themselves off for just another game? We'll find out in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right, and welcome. It's now game number 3, and it's do or die for Vianney and their undefeated record. The Blue Devils have them up against the ropes with 2-0. Can they secure this one? We'll have to find out. As the Blue Devils prepare, they will be on defense for this first set of convergence. We'll have to see how it goes. They'll have an offensive round as well. So the way that convergence works, you claim the initial point through 3 rounds. So it begins like domination, but then switches straight to convoy. Nothing. Oh, and it looks like we've got a portal coming in from the opposing Doctor Strange. As now, right back onto the point. And we've got a healer down. Gambit is down for the Blue Devils. That's Seraph Song, who's been a solid healer on Gambit all 3 rounds so far. The Blue Devils have not switched up their roles too much. Valender, the only one to play multiple different. As down goes Graviton now. Looks like Earthcat 52 able to take a kill. Now he works on taking out Elsa Bloodstone, but there's 2 down for the Blue Devils now, just 1. But 10 Chrome's down. He's got a ways to come back. Seraph Song's got a ways as well. Earthcat 52 doing a great job to hold. They have not been able to secure too much yet. They secured the first set of points, but it looks like, oh, down goes Earthcat 52 now. It's got to be a whole lot of regrouping here, as it looks like Vianney will be able to take the point. They'll now have to go to push. We're watching 10 Chromes down do some good work here. He's looking for some damage. He's done a great job at just poking at this Vianney team, which is, of course, his job, running poke DPS. As the Blue Devils continue to just slowly retreat back, waiting for a good position. Good Ankh nearly takes out Rocket Raccoon. And we've got 2 with ultimates. Moon Knight ult comes out. It secures 1. Seraph Song gets another kill. Toasted Coffee revived on Gambit. There's another kill. Elsa Bloodstone. Big ultimate. That's going to take out 3. Valender, can he secure anything? No, not much. Good wall on Groot, as the Blue Devils are actually able to back off this team. Elsa Bloodstone down. Great kill from Valender there, as we just popped right over to spectate him. Now Valender looking to get just a few quick taps at Rogue. Now the tanks run up front for Vianney, looking for some room. The Blue Devils not giving him to it. Doctor Strange ults into the back line. Gambit ult clears through it quick, and that leaves Strange a good ways out of line. Rogue ults along with Gambit, and that ult will, both ults now go down along with 3 for the Blue Devils, and the Blue Devils will have to retreat out. Not looking great in this one so far. As the Blue Devils now have their regroup. Groot putting up his walls. Again, at an off angle. They're going to have to try to poke in to get to this checkpoint first. The Blue Devils doing a solid job of staying around and staying alive. But Vianney's able to push to the checkpoint. The Blue Devils will have to back out of this corridor, now head up front. Tenkrov's down, trying to stay alive. He does. Got real low. And that is a huge misplay from their Elsa Bloodstone, missing her Glartrox ultimate. That's going to be absolutely costly. Invisible Woman, Ace Arlo, uses her ultimate, and that should keep the Blue Devils rolling with great healing. In comes Mantis's ultimate, and now comes the Moon Knight ultimate. Splits the teams up. He is kind of left to fend by himself, and he goes down. Valander can't get anything there. He's just trying to stay alive and stay shifty. He goes down, though. Blue Devils cannot find much here. They've got to make a last-ditch attempt to save this game. They still have a chance on offense, but the way that this is going may not look too good. Here's Gambit as he's got his ultimate in. The Blue Devils trying to push in. Emma Frost uses her ultimate. He's got one healer, two healers. That is huge. There's only two alive. And Dr. Strange doesn't seem to be around for too much longer. Can Earthcat secure the kill before Strange can get back to healing? No. He is just barely there. The Blue Devils make a great save there, which was much needed. Vianney had just pushed and pushed and pushed nearly halfway, over halfway, to the final point. Gambit ult comes in. Now it looks like so too will Dr. Strange ults. Yes, there it is. Great cancel from Earthcat 52, but he is in some trouble. Needs healing. Can he find it? No. Valander couldn't find any as well. Now switching to a healer. Seraphim Song, he's got to back out. As it looks like Vianney may be able to make it in time. Somebody needs to touch and they need to do it quick. 10 Chrome's down. Looks to be the one to do so. Uses his ultimate. Takes a chill, but isn't able to touch close enough. Vianney pushes all the way with 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock. The Blue Devils will need to switch up their team composition if they want to end it here. We'll step away for just a few moments. Now the Blue Devils on offense for this one. Let's see if they can find anything. They'll roll out with a new composition. Ace Starlo still on Invisible Woman, but Valander now playing Namor. Seraphim Song now playing Luna Snow. 10 Chromes down playing Punisher. Graviton on Doctor Strange. And Earthcat 52 on The Thing. All but a Starlo swap from their previous match, which is likely a good idea. The Blue Devils had a great 2 previous rounds, especially on that convoy match, but now the tides have shifted dramatically, and the Blue Devils now behind the 8 ball here. Good push in off the back of Earthcat 52's The Thing, who's doing a good deal of damage. And he'll secure the kill on Exemplaris. Now looking for it on Doctor Strange, who's about half health. Invisible Woman uses her ult as the Blue Devils look to try to secure this point. Mantis now down. Doctor Strange down from Graviton and Valander alike. 10 Chromes down, goes down to Exemplaris. But he is quickly brought right back. Here comes the Glartrox. But Phantom's Elsa Bloodstone goes down to Ace Darlow, who now picks up the kill on Toast and Coffee's Gambit and Lamgrau's Rocket. 3 consecutive final hits as here comes the portal. And that is not at all good. That is a huge waste of a portal. They thought they could make it in time, and they just could not. Portal is one of the most valuable resources in the game. And speaking of portal, let's see what Graviton's doing up front along with Earthcat 52. As well as we're on watch for Valander's Namor. See how much he can find here. Here comes the Strange Ultimate. And it's a double KO as Giganto in Namor's Ultimate flies overhead. And that's now 4 down for Vianney. The Blue Devils should secure this. 10 Chrome's down, playing from behind. Now he begins to make a run in. Good damage in, but he's walled off. Gambit Ultimate comes in. Now so too does Rogue. And that is just a great deal of Old Seraphin Song goes for his ultimate, as well as Ace Arlo. That's 2 ultimates, and that is not good. 2 support ultimates. They're the most valuable resource in this game. You do not want to waste one. Graviton goes down as the Blue Devils look to regroup. They need to find a kill quick. They can't. A Starlo down, so that's now a healer down. In comes the Glartrox, which is missed. A little bit of a waste of an ultimate. The Blue Devils need to find a momentum shift. They've still got a long ways to go, however. Reminder that they can only force overtime here. They cannot just straight up win off this game. And the only way to do so is if they push all the way to the end. Here comes the Punisher's ult, and we'll watch as he absolutely tries to shred right past this Vianney team. He gets 1, gets 2. That is 3 down. That's now 4, a double for 10 Chromes down off his ultimate. And the Blue Devils will be able to bring this convoy up. Looks like they'll have one last push. Rogue quickly goes down to Earthcat 52. Good pressure. That's a kill from 10 Chromes down. Another one. Another one. And only Lam Growlu left alive, and he goes down too. The Blue Devils just roll in. 10 Chromes down was just rolling with his turret. And he'll continue to play from behind. Rogue looks to push in. Graviton goes up, and he's going to drop right back down for a huge Strange ultimate. But they're going to be able to get out of it after using a Rocket Raccoon ultimate. In comes Rogue's ultimate. Everybody using it. There's Gambit's ultimate now. Here comes Elsa Bloodstones. And Seraphim Song. Everybody looking for a last-ditch effort. Vianney looking to hang on. The Blue Devils looking to push past. Huge ultimate from the Thing. Dr. Strange ults the other back line. Still just a duel between now each team with 1 down. And can Rogue be secured? Yes. Earthcat 52. Good work. Now he pushes in on Invisible Woman, who's left barely surviving. She's taken down by 10 Chromes down. Can the Blue Devils make it there? Invisible Woman uses her ultimate to try to get Vianney to hang on in the fleeting moments of this game. Huge push from Earthcat 52. Can he secure that final hit kill? Yes, he can. That's a double. Down goes Dr. Strange. Can anyone make it to point in time to stop them? No. And the Blue Devils force overtime by pushing all the way to the end. So now we'll head into overtime. It's just pretty much a rematch. The Blue Devils, though, they've taken the first 2 games. Vianney is not out of the woods yet. They have to be careful here. Let's take a look at your scores so far. Ace again, Ace Darlow, who's got 29 kills, 5 deaths, and 33 assists, along with nearly 40,000 healing and 16,000 damage dealt. What a leader of this team. Looking across the scoreboard as well, EarthCat52 with 33 kills. That leads the team and the match. He's also got 23.2 thousand damage dealt. Again, leads the team. Graviton leads in damage blocked with that big shield. And Ace Darlow leads in damage healed. As we now get ready, the Blue Devils will start on offense this time instead. They'll have 1 minute and 20 seconds right now to make it there. Vianney will have 1 minute and 50 seconds. They'll just have to push as far as they can. As slowly EarthCat52 makes his way up front. And now we watch as the Blue Devils try to push ahead. The question is, can they? We'll see. 10 Chrome's down, doing a good job getting in some hits. Let's see if Valender's doing the same. Yes, he is. Using those tridents. We'll see if he goes with any of the squids. He does. Just places it low. It's immediately taken out. Namor, a very, very interesting character to play. Here comes Invisible Woman Ultimate. And it looks like there's not too much of a response yet so far. No one down yet for either team. Rocket Raccoon goes for his ultimate. And 10 Chrome's down, goes down. Now the Blue Devils have to back out. EarthCat52 down. Valender nearly down. Graviton down. 10 Chrome's down is down. Ace Darlow down as well. With just a few seconds left. They're going to have to push in real quick. Great rollout from 10 Crows down. Can they make it in time to touch? We'll have to see. Great play on the hangers. He makes it there as well as the portal. Invisible Woman goes for her ult. Punisher for his ultimate. 1 down is Graviton. Ton down. Valender the only one left. That will be it. Blue Devils can't capture any. We'll have to see if Vianney can do anything else. So we'll have to see how they switch up the team compositions here. Now Vianney will make their push, and they've got a little more time with 1 minute and 50 seconds to make their push compared to the Blue Devils 1 minute and 26 seconds. But that's still really just about 1 or 2 team fights if you can get the portal in time. Now the real question is they used a Doctor Strange before. How is Portal going to affect this matchup? You have to wonder when you use your Portal. Do you use it to get you to point to immediately send the Blue Devil defense to scramble, but then not have it for your last-ditch attempt if the team fight is lost? If they use their portal as their last-ditch attempt, they can't scramble up the Blue Devil defense on this initial point, but they can also have it as a last-ditch attempt. Let's see how they use it as the battle is seconds away from beginning. We get ready. Serpent Song was looking to try to stop Portal, could not. As here comes the Portal. It's in. Can MRH hold? They are absolutely swarmed and scrambled. Graviton goes down. 10 Chrome's down goes down. Ace Darlow down. Valender down. EarthCat52 will go down. and that's going to be it. So, Vianney is able to put themselves on the board, but it was a Herculean effort to do so. The Blue Devils will now get their choice of map, as well as they will get to open first. So Phantom 23 takes MVP of game number 3, as SVP goes to Aced Arlo for the Blue Devils. The match leading in heals is Aced Arlo. In damage is Phantom 23. Damage blocked, username 637 with nearly 55,000 blocked. Very, very close game. Unfortunate to see it end the way it did. As we'll get ready for game number 4, coming to you in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right, now into game number 4. Vianney was able to take a narrow game number 3, and now the Blue Devils have a little less momentum on their side. We'll see if they can turn it the other way. Team composition is Earthcat 52 and Graviton running the tanks. Then for DPS, Valander and Moon Knight. And the healers are going to be Invisible Woman and Gambit. As here we go for the first point of domination. The last time these two teams faced off in domination, it was real close. As they portal in behind. Oh my goodness. This is a risky play. With Rogue now down, so that's one for each team. But the Blue Devils have the closer way to point as well as to the spawn room. But they're going to be kind of split. This is extremely interesting to watch how this game breaks down. As the Blue Devils are trying to claim point. Now they can't. Seraphim Song, he's got to run away. He goes down. And it looks like point has not been secured by either team yet so far. Vianney looked to maybe take it, but now the Blue Devils pushed in instead. They've got a solid push here, and they're going to claim it. An absolute scramble for claiming this opening point off a very interesting portal from Vianney. As now the Blue Devils begin to poke out using this hallway to their advantage here. Rogue snags Earthcat 52, but he's able to back out. Grabs the Invisible Woman ult. There comes, oh, huge ultimate in the back line from Dr. Strange. Don't think he was able to snag any KOs with it. Rogue nearly down. Earthcat 52 just barely can't secure it, and he now goes down. Blue Devils have to back up with both their tanks down. Here comes the Moon Knight ultimate, and it is not able to secure too many kills. He is in some trouble. Can he hang on? He boosts in. He's on 25, and he goes down. Blue Devils lose control, but they got nearly halfway to claiming it. As they begin to regroup, Earthcat 52 and Graviton look to lead the team as they continue to poke out. Can't find a push yet. Now Dr. Strange pushes a little too far in. Blue Devils take advantage, and they push themselves in. Here comes Gambit's ultimate. There it is. And two huge ultimates. Can that Scarlet Witch secure any kills? No. Another healing ult comes in as it's a scramble for possession of this point. That's now the third one we've seen so far. 4, actually, with Invisible Woman. Now 5 ults in this fight from Dr. Strange. As Earthcat 52 goes down, the tanks have struggled to stay alive so far in this one. As Vianney now takes halfway. The Blue Devils still haven't secured one since the beginning of this game. Now they regroup with 10 chromes down, switching to Squirrel Girl. So as there's Cat 52 now on the thing. And Valander on Mr. Fantastic. Blue Devils coming in, led by Earthcat 52. Now Valander jumps in to deal with Rogue for the moment. Graviton leads up front. And to the point, the Blue Devils begin to contest. Now they begin to claim. Huge ultimate. Great finisher there by Earthcat 52. That's 3 of them down. And Vianney's got to run away. The Blue Devils take the point. 81% allowed to Vianney. Now, we wait to see. So it appears as Vianney will be walking to point. They had portal ready, but it looks like they'll be saving it in case they need it afterwards. Gambit uses his ultimate. Emma Frost comes in with the Galartrox. Graviton goes down to it. But their supports are a little bit too far ahead. Here comes Valander's ultimate. Not much secured. 2 down for each team. Who got possession of point? The Blue Devils still have it. Big ultimate from the Thing as the Blue Devils continue to claim point, even though it is heavily contested here. Gambit ultimate comes through. The Blue Devils push away. It's now into overtime. If they can hold on for just a moment, they should secure it. Overtime, wrapping up quickly. Nobody's able to get there, and the Blue Devils take the first set of domination. Now only one set away from taking a 3-1 win here over Vianney and keeping their undefeated season alive, along with ending Vianney's own undefeated season. We'll see if they can get it in just a few seconds. Don't go anywhere. All right, now into set number 2 for game number 4. The Blue Devils took the opening set as the mission area unlocking just about now. And Rogue uses her ultimate. Ace Arlo pops his. And that's going to take down one. The Blue Devils, though, got to revive. Now 1 down. That's Dr. Strange. 2 down. Both tanks. And down goes Elsa Bloodstone. Now 3 down for Vianney. They continue to push ahead. That's 4 down. And it is now 3 down again. They have to regroup once more. The Blue Devils are going to buy themselves a ton of time. It looks like Valander. They've accidentally used his ultimate there. So the Blue Devils will get themselves set up. Earthcat 52 and Graviton, both tanks have their ultimates ready. Both of them got a heavy deal of stun. See if they can use it here. Out comes the Glartrox, and that's going to take down both tanks there. That is not what you want to see. The Blue Devils will have to back down for a stretch. They continue to back out, but now it looks like, yes, they're down a healer. This could be huge. Dr. Strange ultimate takes out a great deal, and Vianney will take the point. But the Blue Devils claimed around half of it, accounting for the extra overtime. They've done a solid job. As let's check in on Valander here, playing up ahead with the rest of the tanks. But there's 5 ultimates with the Blue Devils. Now 4 with Gambit's ultimate. Invisible Woman's ultimate forced out. Valander goes down. Thing, a massive ult. That's going to take 1, take 2. Nearly the whole team with only Fantastic remaining, and he's down 2. It's a monstrous team wipe. The Blue Devils only allowed 40% to be taken as a portal is coming in. So it's going to be a real quick regroup for the Blue Devils here. And there is the portal. The Thing roars in. Good ultimate from Invisible Woman, but Rocket Raccoon uses his as well. The Thing goes in for his ult. That's going to be... Here comes the Doctor Strange ultimate. Wasn't able to secure too much, but that's 2 down. Now 3 down. Unfortunately, Ace Arlo goes down. Now so too does 10 Chromes down. Still a close matchup here. But the Blue Devils didn't have any healers. They get to 99% with them barely hanging on in overtime. Here comes the ultimate from Mr. Fantastic. That's going to stall out a great deal of time. He continues to stall as the Blue Devils reapproach. Glartrox misses as Fantastic secures a kill on Invisible Woman. He'll go down, but that's another down for Valander. Another kill. Good plays from Earthcat 52. 4 down for Vianney. And that should be it. The Blue Devils stay undefeated, and they'll finish that way too in a 3-1 matchup versus Vianney in a beautiful game number 4 that sees them take both sets of domination without much contest. Your MVP, Ace Arlo, with 20 kills, 2 deaths, and 29 assists. The Blue Devils will win. And that is all for tonight. The Blue Devils hang on to an undefeated season in their first season of Marvel Rivals. And they will look to state where the Blue Devils should have a unbelievable run if their play keeps up like this. As for tonight, that is all. Have a great night.